All right.
Barney, aggravated damage doesn't heal on its own, right? It just stays with you.
It heals. It heals over time, but Mother's Touch can heal it. Is anybody? Nobody has Mother. Yeah.
Anybody want that honor? Because I think
has
Mother's Touch is always something.
Oh no, only from incapacitated, not from just healing you all the time.
Oh, okay.
Because if that's true, people would be cutting themselves and healing each other.
That's not bad.
I was just gonna say, I need 5. How much honor do you get for it? Because
no, I'm down to wounded. Is all I'm saying.
All right.
You're tough.
Actually, what about this? You do get to spend. Rage can heal up, but that's only if you go below incapacitated. Rage heals up any damage, but that's only in the midst of battle.
Okay.
Does somebody have? Nobody has Mother's Touch?
I do.
Okay, go ahead and
touch
so
him.
we'll just say for the
Touch
sake
him
of the
hard.
conversation, for the sake of overnight, Enoch heals you up. Okay. Do you want to go ahead and just roll for the sake of it?
I take him out to my my shack and force him to drink with me.
Right.
And touch him like a mother.
Yeah, we won't be telling stories.
Ooh la la. What is the roll?
I believe it's intelligence medicine.
Oh, that's not good. Difficulty.
Difficulty. Let me see.
Not very.
Mother's Touch.
I say difficulty's typical.
Difficulty of the
6.
wounded individual's rage, or 6 for non-Geru.
Oh, my rage? Current rage?
Yeah, what's your rage?
Yeah.
Say what?
Individual's rage. We'll say, let's say current rage, just to make it easier.
Current rage. 6.
Three successes.
There it is.
Wait.
So after a night of drinking, I walk him back into town, telling him I have to go take a piss.
All right. Were you walking me home? Because I don't live in town.
No, I'm just walking back to town because I have to take a piss. I go out of my way to piss in town. It's a Balmar ritual.
We become
fast forward. All right, we'll fast forward the next morning. Ezra, you saw the whisper I sent you?
I did.
Right.
I find my erstwhile friends and tell them one of the women who went missing is in Sunny Hill.
Oh, really now?
That's what I'm told. I got a Facebook whisper.
Mm.
You know the name. Just to remind you of the people of note in Sunny Hill, Ezra. It is Church Broadhope. He's the sep leader there. Elmira Broadhope. She's the gatekeeper, the daughter, and of course the Jesse, which Enoch remembers. Jesse was the name of that pup that Amos was hiding. That
she's my ward.
Yeah. Fast forward 3 years later, she's now a full-fledged Geru living in Sunny Hill, a child of Gaia Geru, child of Gaia.
So is Sunny Hill another town?
It is a commune. It's a child of Gaia commune that's south of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, why I gotta be a commune?
Mr. Communists.
We can do badass shit.
Yeah.
You think Child of Gaia is gonna like? Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. All right. So what do you all do? Does everybody pony up and head south?
Yeah, can't we take a moon bridge? There must be a moon bridge.
It's not that far. It's not really a cairn. It's not a cairn.
Oh man.
Alright,
I think you're racist against children of Gaia. It's not really a cairn. It's a commune for children of Gaia.
yeah, I prefer not to talk to Elmira, but we should probably go.
You prefer not to not talk to her? Is that what you said?
No, not a big fan of Elmira.
Really?
Really?
I don't remember that.
No, I'm just making shit up as we go.
Okay.
Feels crazy. I want to go as a wolf.
I'm gonna be going as a wolf, so
Yeah.
you're welcome to go as a wolf with me.
All right. So, Enoch, how are you traveling? Donkey? Horse?
Yeah, I'll take my mule,
All right.
and I'll pull along my ghost mule.
All right. Woo?
I'll take a horse if there's a horse to take.
Yep. Phil?
Yeah, I guess I'll go wolf.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Good for you. All right.
we're slumming it up this time.
Well, if everybody ends up going in as wolf, it's going to look ridiculous, me riding a horse with a bunch of wolves. So I would.
No, they're someone on a donkey.
Oh, okay, yeah. Me and Enoch can go and have a drink while you guys are running on all fours.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I love drinking with Chinamen.
That's racist.
Dude,
called-
Asian American is the preferred nomenclature.
It wasn't back then.
I think they call them celestials back then.
Yeah, of all the things he could have called me, that was probably the nicest. So that was the most respectful of the available options.
Exactly. All right, you guys are on your way to Sunny Hill. About a few miles out, you see. A few miles out. Go ahead, Ezra. You get a good whiff of the town as you guys are getting closer. You see Jesse trotting up to you. Sure, she's almost in a playful manner, and she comes up and she starts talking to you in dog by just sniffing, and she just seems really excited to see you again, and she's excited to. You get the impression she wants to share with you all the things that the new smells she smelled and all that stuff. So,
Okay.
she's rubbing up against you and everything, and
Easy where you're rubbing, kiddo.
All right.
Ooh la la. Puppy love.
she's kind of nipping at you in a playful way too, and just running up in front of you and running back towards you again. And yeah,
I'll play with her a little bit. She's my ward. Yeah, she gets away with it, and this is how we talk.
yeah. So this is for everybody looking at the screen. This is Elmira. This is Church Broadhope. So,
What's the white thing in the background?
what white thing in the background?
Race.
It looks like a van.
Oh,
A van or I think it's a sedan.
You see, you guys see a man in a white jacket, with wild white hair, and next to him is a kid in his 16 wearing an orange vest, and it looks like they're repairing some sort of vehicle in the background.
Nice.
Nothing weird there.
No.
What would take 21 gigawatts of money?
Now I get it. I've had a long week.
Just
Sounds like it's been a
started.
short weekend.
So all of you have met Elmira in church. They come up. They frequent Gold Springs anyway to pick up supplies and whatnot. Very somber family. Not a lot of humor. Very religious in their own right. Very much stereotypical children of Gaia. You get in. It's compared to the comparatively fast pace of what Gold Springs is turning into. This place is calm and surreal. You see people out tending to gardens. Everything seems very pure here. Things of note. You see that there's a river in back, and it's the same river that flows north to south. That is west of Gold Springs, where you initially went on episode one to follow the wagon, the spectral stagecoach. This is the same river, but just south.
Is this where Ezra's from?
This is where Ezra is from. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that why this Hebrew name?
Yeah.
No, he has a Hebrew. I don't know. Ask Barney why he has a Hebrew name. Wait,
Who's
did I
that?
pick the name?
You picked the name. I didn't pick the name.
Actually, it's Ezra because I used to work at Clark's Trading Post, and the son of the of the Tuttles in the rustic haunted mansion is it's called Ezra.
But you were probably given the name by a child of Gaia because it holds some sort of peaceful connotations to it. Because as a lupus, you wouldn't have you were given a human name.
Right.
I was just trying to piece that together.
Yep. Yeah, this is Ezra's stomping grounds in the last 3 years. He was with everybody else in Harrogate before, but once everybody kind of was asked to leave and protect Gold Springs.
Asked to leave.
They was asked, Ezra felt more comfortable being in Sunny Hill. Is that a good summation, Ezra?
Yeah. Plus, Barney says.
Church Broadhope is there to meet all of you. He's familiar with everybody there. With all of you, you've had conversations with him in the past. This is the first time for at least Bowery Bob. This is your first time of actually being here. Enoch, you've been here a couple times over the past few years to maybe some moots or whatever. Same thing for you, Wu. Same thing for you, Phil. It's a calm place. It's a peaceful place, but it's not for everyone.
No.
Barney, it's sunny.
It is. It's sunny. It's about it was a 2 hour. Well, you guys are mostly in wolf form, so it was about a 3.5 hour walk to get there.
All right.
So.
And open my umbrella.
Okay. It's definitely for as a cultural shift. It's definitely way different for you, Bowery Bob, compared to what you're used to as an Iron Rider.
Okay.
At least there's some sort of technology here with windmills and everything, but it's definitely the slowness of it is actually almost grating in a way because it's just so calm and peaceful here.
We don't put up with much dissension. We talk about it.
Church walks up to you and he smiles and he immediately looks to the group and he says, I take it Ezra sent you the message.
I nod and wolf. Whatever the analog to nodding is as a wolf, I do that. I suppose I'll go into to Hamid form.
Yeah.
Whatever form's he in.
He's in Hamid form.
Yeah, I'll go into Hamid form.
He says we had this a woman, and I think it was one of the ones you were looking for. I recognize her as Ava Whiten. You know that she's one of the women that was one of the firstborns that disappeared. There's Ted.
Yep.
So quick recap, Ted. We got a message that one of the women that was missing, that was kidnapped, showed up in Sunny Hill, which is the Child of Gaia commune. So you all showed up there.
All right.
80% chance they kidnapped her.
Gaia. I mean, it's
Still, you got a point.
He brings you guys over to one of the homes right here, right in the middle of town. It says it's where the closest we have to a doctor has been looking over her, but there's something extremely strange about her.
All right, let's go check her out.
You walk in and you see a woman lying in the bed. Her clothes are washed out gray. Anybody with anybody have a perception higher than 3?
I do. I'm sure of it. Hang on.
I am 80% sure I do not.
I just have
Yes.
a 3.
Yes, I do.
Oh my God, I do.
I got a
All right,
I have a
everybody with-
perception of a 3, but I have heightened senses.
All right, everybody with a perception higher than a 3 would immediately recognize Ava Whiten as the banker's wife, and the dress she's wearing. You remember specifically, it was a bright blue. It was a colorful blue, but here it's completely a washed out gray. But the thing that's most disturbing about her laying in the bed is that she has a caul over her face. Basically what it is it's a translucent mucus type cocoon that's covering her face. This bulbous bowl of
Jism.
thing, covering her entire face, and she seems to be laying there almost she's alive, but she's just not moving at all.
Appear to be breathing normally.
She's alive. She's not. She seems to be resting.
Funny, I want to do sense worm.
Okay. Go for it.
What am I rolling again?
That's another classic roll. I think it was perception.
Primal Urge, wasn't it?
I wanted to say perception primal urge, but
Perception occults.
perception occult as a level 1 meta skiff. That's right.
And strength of the worm. Difficulty is based on concentration and strength of the worm's influence.
All right.
Whatever that means.
It's safe just to assume everything's the worm that's not you.
Yeah.
Says an air rune.
Don't worry, bro. I feel the same way.
Go ahead. Yeah, roll a difficulty of a 6.
Six.
Yeah,
Nada.
you're not
I don't know
sure.
nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
So I look spirit side to see what this looks like.
All right, you look spirit side, and you see inside the room that caul over her face is almost like it's brighter. It actually seems like it's more real when you look inside the Umbra.
Definitely looks like this is something umbral, boys.
Church Broadhope said, I can show you where we found her.
Sure,
She
that'd
seems
be
to be
nice.
at peace right now, but there's not much. I have no idea what we can do about this. This is not in my wheelhouse.
We'll lead the way.
He takes you out behind the buildings, right next to the river, and he points. He says she was washed up on shore right here on the bank, and you can see a series of scuff and footprints where it looked like they picked her up and dragged her out. You can count 3 or 4 footprints, and you see some people that Ezra knows by name of some of the townsfolk that are there in Sunny Hill that are kind of like off in the distance. The men are all wearing the same type of outfits. The women are all wearing the same type of outfits. Not a lot of uniqueness in people's garb here in Sunny Hill. It's almost like they're Mennonites of anything. Or
Is this the same river that we investigated further down last time? Where like
it is. It's about 20 miles down from
but it's the same river.
same river.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So the thing that's taking the women looks like it could travel by mirrors and water. Anything reflective?
Whoa, how'd you come up with that?
Oh, that was episode 1, man.
Mhm.
I wasn't there for episode 1.
Sorry, yeah, I mean, episode 1, it looked like we were getting like bad juju from the mirrors in the bar,
Mm-hmm. The bank.
and the town drunk was yelling at it, so had to be something wrong with the mirror. And then we also detected some weird shit coming from the river.
Well, the horse and carriage took off, and the tracks ended at the river.
Yeah, Bob looked in the river but couldn't find it.
He found a girl.
All right, Bill, give me that written rage point back. I'm down 1. Nobody pissed me off.
Okay, like this is outside of my wheelhouse too. If I can't kill it, it's kind of somebody else's problem.
I mean, it's really. I think Enoch should be. He's the one that is in touch with ghosts the most, isn't he?
Yeah, so I'm actually just gonna go ahead and step sideways, and see what's on the other side of the river.
I was actually planning on doing that to you, Barney. I'll step aside. With,
Okay. What's your gnosis readings?
I'm 4. And I have inner light. I don't need a reflection.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
7.
7. Are you? He out-gnosised you.
Know what I'm spending my experience points on now.
All right, you easily step sideways through the river. That's the only reflective service for you, Enoch. And you guys
so to do it, I strip down completely naked. River.
You just get the river all dirty. Are you sure you want to get that clean?
As I'm diving in, I'm like, I hate to take my annual bath, but
like Phil, throw a bar of soap at him.
Yeah, but it only gets off the umbral dirt. He'll still be just plain dirty when he gets back. Like, yeah, great. The moment we're alone, that's when he wants to get naked.
You step sideways and you see nature spirits. It seems pretty normal as numbers go.
Pretty normal or very normal?
It's kind of like a scene from The Little Mermaid.
You see a crab playing with the bongos.
look upriver and downriver.
Okay. You see tree spirits. You see, birds. Nothing
All right,
seems to stick out for you that it's connected to anything with the women.
I come out of the river, and I come out, and I storm off. Don't even have my clothes on. Storm off with completely naked back to the church.
Okay.
And I go to my mule, and I get out Grandpa's goggles.
Okay. Grandpa's ghost goggles. All right.
So with Grandpa's goggles, I go back to the river to look for the kind of history of the area.
Okay. You see, what's everybody else doing?
I'm kind of waiting for the thirds to do third shit.
Okay.
Now, I had stepped sideways to see if I could find any clues, so I'll be looking around and see if anything sticks out.
I'll be checking the local area to see if there's like any shit near the river in the physical realm.
Okay. And you notice, and what do you do, Ted?
I just look, I guess, just look around, investigate the area
Okay.
around the river.
I'm gonna go looking for mirrors in the town.
Okay. All right. I just saw what you wrote, Phil. That's funny. So Bowery Bob, you go up into, you see inside the church itself. You see actually inside the doctor's office. There's a mirror. The one where Ava Whiten is laying in. You see, there's a mirror there. So who said, Phil and Ted, you said you were doing some investigation around there. Roll your perception investigation.
I'm just sort of standing by the sick lady, waiting to hear, what I need to go kill.
Okay. And Wu, also roll your perception investigation inside the
Perception investigation.
Yeah.
All right. Which is
Basic difficulty, sir.
Basic difficulty. 6. Love it.
Where's my dice? There it is.
There you go, Phil.
6 for me as well, Barn.
Yep.
Dos.
All right. All right. 2 successes. You see basically the same thing I described to Enoch. You don't see a lot of anything that sticks out that other than, but you do recall that that the chances are is that you're in the penumbra, and some stuff like this is probably connected to the Shadowlands.
Right.
So,
right. Well, that's basically what I'm looking for. I'm looking to see if there's any residual trace of Shadowland stuff anywhere in the penumbra, particularly around the river.
I would say maybe the river seems darker than water you've seen in the past in the Umbra. The water seems darker. 4 successes, Phil. You see something that, with 4 successes, you hear whispering in the river. Botch, you.
Uh-oh.
Ted.
Which one's Thumper?
That's
Me.
Aaron.
That's
Ted. The Geta Fenris third. That's a great combo. Almost like a Charlie Guy Aaron.
be more like a Get Offended Philodox would be more like a Child the Guy Aaron.
Yeah. All right, you'll see that with a. We'll get back to that. We'll get. I got something in mind. All right, so you're looking at. You don't. Well, for now, you don't see anything, Ted. You don't see anything that sticks out. You're looking around. You're scuffing around. You just see normal. What I just described earlier about just some.
How about I bail you out, and I'm just what happens is I'm distracted by topless children of Gaia ladies running around.
They're giggling and splashing water on themselves.
Nobody else sees this.
One day you're going to push me too far.
Barry Bob, you go up to and you.
So the mirror is where the woman is.
Yep.
Fuck it, I'll sidestep.
Okay.
But I'll check the mirror out first, but then nothing jumps out at me. I'll use the mirror to sidestep.
Okay. You sidestep in there, and you see a vision of Ava Whiten in the room. You see like like her essence. You see everybody's essence, usually people that are kind of close by, but you see that caul seems brighter.
The what?
And the caul on her face, that big CAUL, that cocoon, bulbous cocoon, translucent thing that's on her face.
All right. I'll walk over there, right next to it. Does it react to my presence at all?
Nope. But you do make out that you see her. You can see her face clearly in there, and she looks like she's in a state of confusion and fear in her eyes. In the real world, you guys barely made out. It looked like she was sleeping peacefully, but in the Umbra, when you look at her in the Umbra, she looks like she's in a state of confusion and fear.
When I pass my hand in front of her face, does her eyes follow my presence?
No, she looks like she's lost in almost like an awaking dream. It's almost like she have that feeling of, I don't know if any of you guys ever have that what is it called?
Orgasm?
No. The sleep paralysis. Has that ever happened to you guys?
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, that looks like she has that on her face. She can't move, but she's awake.
I'll pull it off her face.
Your hand goes right through it, almost like it's.
Oh, so it's not solid in the Umbra.
Not here. It was solid. It was solid in the real world, but there's a fear to pull it off. You might kill her. I'm not sure.
I do not fear.
Fear is a killer.
This is for the best of all.
Do I see anything at the river with the grandpa's goggles?
You look past you see that as you look, as time goes backwards, you see there was a heavy fog the night before. You sense this dread and foreboding, and there was, through the fog, things get really dark. You saw the entire river get turned black and foggy, and you saw her, the Ava Whiten, seem to wash up on the river, wash up on the shore, and then as the fog faded out, you didn't see anything out of the ordinary. But that's what you saw in the real world.
All right, so if I don't see anything, okay, I'll step sideways then and see what do I see sideways in the Umbra.
Same thing as you saw before.
All right, I go back to the church. Still no clothes. The only thing I'm wearing are the goggles.
Okay.
and I go inside. I go upstairs to where they've got the woman in her gray dress, and I look at the call and see if there's anything that stands out about it.
As you do that, you see the Bowery Bob come back and step sideways too. What were you going to say, Ted?
If she had the call on when she came out of the water.
Yes, she did.
Barney in the Umbra, I'm going to go into the river where it's the darkest and see if I can find anything else.
You see snippets of skeletal fish, almost like you gotta blink your eyes a bit and they're gone. You just see normal fish. Like spirits of like dead fish, not spirits of fish. Not fish spirits, but spirits of fish. Really briefly.
Yeah, almost we'd be hanging around waiting for everyone to come back and
Okay.
trade notes. I'm not going in the river if I hear it whispering.
All right, so you see you guys kind of get pushed towards there's some commotion with back inside with Ava White inside the doctor's house, basically.
I was in there. What happened?
Well, this is where Bowery Bob comes back, steps sideways again, and there's a old naked Bonar Thurge in there now too.
Yeah, but I know who both of them are.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
If that doesn't wake her up, I don't know what will.
This is so Disney.
All right, what do you guys do? You guys kind of go back and compare notes now.
Do I
That
see?
was a number.
Do I see anything unusual with the goggles and the call?
No, nothing that. I mean, it's unusual, but nothing more unusual than what you
Oh,
already
hey,
know
can
about.
I do name the spirit on the call?
You can, but what's your intelligence rituals? Your combined skill and intelligence rituals?
What about intelligence occult? So intelligence is 4 and rituals is 1, so 5 total.
What's your occult?
7.
Jesus.
Roll your intelligence occult.
I have like one skill at 4.
No, I think that's adding both of them together,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, no one has a 7 in any skill.
Other one, like, damn.
Difficulty.
Difficulty of a 7.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure, with one success, you're not quite sure there's any sentience to the call.
So I can't exercise it.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I make that known to the group.
Yeah.
I tried to pull it off in the Umbra, and my hand passed through it.
Why don't we try to pull it off here?
I look as if I have no problem doing it, but more of a someone should tell me no.
Both Thurges, roll your intelligence occult or intelligence rituals, whatever is higher.
Difficulty.
Difficulty of a 6. Difficulty of a 5.
Or
All right. Ted? Both of you know that it would be as a Thurges, both of you know it would be an extremely, extremely bad idea if that cult is ripped off of this woman's face.
I hand Bob something off of one of the. I hand him the Bible. Like, there's got to be a Bible on one of the tables.
Yeah.
Tell him, study this for a second. We gotta study the call before we tear it off yet.
I turn to Revelations.
Excellent chapter.
I take it everyone's heard the fucked up shit coming from the river.
Huh?
No, I didn't pick up any of that.
No,
Yeah,
river's making some noise too, and not like normal river noise. Like not all bubbly and burbly.
What do you know from river noise? You're a bartender.
So my idea is, half jokingly, maybe we should dam the river and break the mirrors.
And flood the town.
We'll not flood this town.
Flood Gold Springs, it's just too much trouble.
No, what was the Wendigo's name? Ghostwalker, was it?
Sacred Ghost.
Yeah, Sacred Ghost. We could flood his neck of the woods. He won't mind.
Yeah, that's a real bright idea.
But historical.
That's a dim bulb in the world of great ideas.
You all, everybody rolled their. Let me see here. Let's see here.
Dexterity performance.
Are you a dancer?
Stamina rituals.
I'm a galliard, but I am.
I like the stamina rituals more, Mike. I think we should go with that one.
Everybody roll their willpower.
I'm going to spend a willpower to give myself a success.
Difficulty of a 7. I love about Rule 20. No one can fudge the rules. It's great.
Difficulty of a what? 6?
7.
Who would ever do things like
5?
that?
Kabam!
All right, all right.
Suddenly, Phil is doing everything Barney wants him to.
Yeah. Phil, you think that damming the river is a good idea?
The whispers get louder.
Yeah, Phil, you hear screaming in your head, and it kind of puts you in an extremely catatonic state. You basically fall backwards, and you grab to the closest person. That closest person is Ezra. And as you fall down, you grab Ezra, and when you hit the ground, everything is in black and white and gray.
Save me, Jack.
You're right where you need to be, Phil.
Pretty much.
Everybody sees him falling down, and he grabs towards Ezra, pulling him, and as he's falling down, you see him start to like wisp and dissipate in midair.
I looked into the deadlights.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna not be in Hamid anymore.
My PC is having some issues, so if I get disconnected, I'll come right back.
Okay.
I look sideways.
You see pretty normal. You see basic. It looks like he's falling below what you see.
What's he had to drink?
So everybody, if you want to roll, if you want to react quick enough to do something,
To grab him?
spend a rage, grab him or whatever.
I will spend a rage if necessary, if it's necessary to grab him with that.
Yeah.
All right. What's the roll?
I'm already grabbed because I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah. There's no roll. You just grab him. You just spend the rage. It just gives you an extra action. Thurgis, what do you do?
I dive after him. Spend the rage.
Woo, Ted?
I don't see Ted as spending a rage to try to save him. I like Phil, but I mean, fuck, man. You're fucking with spirits.
Yeah, I can't argue.
Galliard?
Woo's going to hang back and stay alert.
Okay.
It's the get thing, you know.
What was that line? I was like, what was that? Deep Thoughts? It was like, I wasn't running away from the fight. I was off to find a bigger fight.
I was have to find another one.
So Ezra, Enoch, Bob, and Phil, you guys fall into a very gray room. It's the same room you were in, but it's the Shadowlands. It's the room itself is decrepit and falling apart. The bed that Ava Whiten was on, the metal frame bed is now all rusted out. The mattress is chewed up by mice.
I'm sorry. Do I know what the Shadowlands is? Does Ezra know?
It's no. I mean, this is the first time any of you have ever been in the Shadowlands. It's the. I'll show you this picture to kind of so as you're aware of it, but you've never actually been in it.
Right,
but actually been in it.
Is it possible that when we get there, I know where we are?
Here, I'll show you this. This is what it looks like. This is to put it in other terms, in Geru terms. It's the mirror. It's basically the reflection, the dark reflection of the penumbra.
Sure, but what I'm getting at is, do I recognize that that's where we are?
Everybody roll your intelligence, occult, or rituals, depending on whatever's higher for you.
Well, except me and Brian.
Yeah, me and you were just looking at like.
I turned to Brian. I'm like, "Damn, Woo."
Should we just leave?
But you guys,
what's the difficulty, Barney?
Difficulty of a 6.
Hey guys, I found something.
Wow, I only have intelligence. I have an 8.
All right. So just for game wise, just that you are in the Shadowlands, you can pull Ted and Woo through if you want to.
Yeah.
You've already stepped over. You can pull them in if you want to.
Definitely.
I go Krenos.
I mean, I'm clearly Hispo at this point, but I'm gonna spend my Gnosis for heightened senses and activate Gaia's armor and all that fun shit.
Okay.
And then pull those guys back in.
All right. Do you guys go? You see, you kind of get a reach out. You have Mind Speak, don't you, Woo?
I do.
Okay.
I think that was a hint, Brian.
I know. I was considering using that. I can use Mind Speak to see if I can reach out to anybody, if anybody can hear me.
Yeah, go ahead if you guys want to talk to him. Just tell him what you see, and he can relay it to Ted.
I will describe to him what we see.
All right.
It's pretty fucked up in here, man.
It's pretty fucked up in there, Ted.
Wow. They should bring us in there, don't you think?
What else is in there, Barney?
So you see basically a ghost version of Ava in there. You see the kind of same thing that you saw before. in the penumbra, but it's more of a spectral reflection of that. And the call is bright. You guys hear screaming outside of the room. For the sake of the story, I'll say, Enoch, you would probably pull with your the highest gnosis rating out of the four of you, pull Ted and Wu into it if they're willing to come.
I pull him regardless.
He's still naked.
Yes. I got goggles on.
It's such a horrible sight.
Since I don't have my guns, I'm gonna go Krenos.
All right.
Why wouldn't you have your
Yeah,
gun?
I'll follow along.
I'm naked.
Well, fair point.
All right.
We'll look out on the street. At the
You guys look down. You see all the houses are decrepit and falling apart. You see wisps of the living walking through the streets. They're bright light of them, of the living, but something's pulling you. You hear screaming coming from the river.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to go check the river.
Yeah, we
Let's
should
go.
probably check that out.
The land of the hungry ghosts.
They're about to be the land of the used to be ghosts.
We're going to kill them so hard they're going to live.
Or kill him right out of the grave.
It's about time I got to hit something.
Let's head to the river.
Woo!
All right, you guys head to the river. You see in the river, you count about 40 or so of the women. You know, that was about the same amount that were missing. In the water, in a comatose state with the call, same thing over their faces. And actually, I take it back. They don't have anything over their faces. They're laying comatose almost, but their eyes are wide open. They seem to be frozen. Their eyes are wide open, and they seem to be screaming, but they can't move. Ranging from 5-year-old girls, 3-month-old girl crying to 90-year-old women. It ranges in age, and they're all wearing outfits that are gray, black, or white.
Are there any?
Oh, hell no.
Are there any wraiths in the area?
Across the river,
Interesting that you ask that.
you see people. You see shades of something across the river watching.
They say we go bound at those motherfuckers.
Let's do it.
Beat some answers out of them.
I'm in. I like beating answers out of people.
Actually, the first thing that you'd probably need to do, Ezra, based off of being a child of Guy, is probably do something to those. Try to see what you can do with the women.
Try to save the women?
Yeah.
All right. I'm fine with that too. I'll go in and try to drag one of them out of the water.
All right. What is okay? You do that, Phil. What are you trying to do?
I'll help Ezra if he's doing that.
Okay. Enoch.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do something similar. I'll be kind of sniffing around to see like what seems to be causing this.
Okay. Bob.
I'm looking for the thing that might come because they're disturbing whatever this is. So as they're starting to go to work, I'm just sort of scanning the water and waiting for something to rear its head.
Okay. Woo.
I go looking for wagon tracks.
Okay. And Ted.
I'm going to go over to those spirits and intimidate them into telling me what they know.
All right. All right. So how many of you are actually going into the water? It would be It would be Ezra, Phil, Enoch, and
I wouldn't necessarily be going into the water unless I feel like it's safe. Like I said, I'm looking for what is causing this, which would mean, checking the edge of the water before going in.
How big is the river?
It's very shallow, extremely shallow.
No, I'm thinking I was gonna bound the river to get a jump on those guys so they can't.
You have Leap of the Kangaroo?
What's that?
You have Leap of the Kangaroo?
Well, that's why I was asking how big the river was.
Do you really have Leap of the Kangaroo?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
That's like one of those gifts that you have for like one adventure.
It's like Smell of Man. Just like
one.
I could use Leap of the Kangaroo finally. It's not. It's wide and shallow. It's probably about 30 feet wide.
No piece of cake. I have Leap of the Kangaroo.
You liar. No, you can't. You can't. You won't be able to jump over it.
Right.
How do you know?
Who she is, who he is.
All right, and so everybody going in the river, roll your stamina.
No, we're gonna wait for the Aaron to walk in first and see what happens.
I've got my.
We're all standing shoulder to shoulder and step in simultaneously.
Now.
I've got my fetish activated,
All right.
which I did say I do my Gaia thing.
Yeah,
I
Shield.
probably should have glitched.
Every gnosis I
I
spend, I'm
provided
gonna
a
spend 3.
All
I'll
right.
spend 2. I'll spend 2 gnosis, and that's plus 6 stamina, plus 2, so that's plus 8 stamina in this form.
That's a lot.
Shitter wolf power up.
What's the Barney? What's the difficulty?
6. All right. 2 successes. Filled. You take 1 point of non-aggravated damage as you're walking in the water. The water itself, nothing happens to you, Ezra, but the water itself feels like it's just sucking your life out of you.
So we got to get these girls out quick.
All right, so you see, do you make any action or move or anything to signify that the water hurts at all, Phil?
I would shift to Glabro saying, fuck, this hurts, and then try to get the girls out.
Okay. Reaction to the other 4?
Do I see anything like that's causing this or in my investigation there?
So you guys are looking at it. So basically, Ted, Phil said, fuck, this hurts. That does nothing to phase you as a Geta Fenris to go across the river.
Okay.
Fuck this hurt, basically, in Get language is like...
Okay, it's worth doing.
Like man up, Phil. Put your big boy pants on.
I drink nails for breakfast. So go ahead, Wu and Enoch and Bob, roll your perception, investigation, or alertness or awareness, and whatever is higher for you.
Difficulty 6?
At a 6.
Difficulty of a 6.
Dos Equis.
All right. Did you drink your stuff, Enoch? You didn't say that.
I just thought it was taken for granted that I would be drunk all the time. Being the town drone.
Yeah, but not your special brew. Sometimes you don't want to see things.
Sorry, I missed what you said the difficulty was. Sorry.
Difficulty of a 6. 3 successes. All right. All right, Bob, 1 success. You're still extremely taken aback by the fact that everything around you is black and white and gray, and everything's dead and decaying, and the screaming's kind of getting on your nerves a bit. 2 successes, Wu. You sense a lot of eyes watching you. A lot of eyes. 3 successes, Enoch. You sense there is something pretty strong on the other side of the river watching.
Barney, real quick.
Yep.
I was specifically looking to see if I could find any carriage tracks. Did I see any with 2 successes?
Not here, but yeah, you don't see any. You're looking specifically for carriage tracks. You don't see any. With 2 successes, it means they're not here. You don't see. There's no carriage tracks in your immediately viewpoint, but you get this sense of people of eyes watching you.
And so I just say, Ted. Ted and Shitterwolf. It's coming from across the river.
What do you sense?
What?
So you're wait. Go ahead, Ted. Roll your stamina as you wade across the river. Difficulty of a 6. What form are you in, Ted?
Kreenos.
All right.
Everybody else is in Kreenos.
Not me. I'm in Hispo.
Yeah, Hispo.
And Glabro here.
Yeah, but you don't know what you're doing, Mike.
Very true.
I will kill you.
I think I'm actually probably still in habit.
Oh, there's a hold on.
I will personally send you to your next life.
Valhalla.
+3.
I don't think there's any honor in a getting killed by a child guy.
It's negative honor.
Stamina. Mod.
Literally, as soon as an Enoch says it's across the river, I go in.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your stamina then.
Come on.
That's tricky, because part of me wants to kill whatever's doing it. Part of me still wants to save the people.
You're living in Sunny Hill for 3 years. You want to save the people.
But they don't live in Sunny Hill. These are people from.
But you're a child of Gaia.
What did these people ever do for me?
All right, you guys walk. You feel Ted and Bob. You feel the river draining your life, but you're able to muscle up and wade through the river and get to the other side.
Easy, huh?
Yep. You see a group of those wraith-looking people. You see about 5 of them or so standing there.
Dale looks incredibly in character.
Dale, you turn.
I'm in Kratos.
This is Lupus form.
Barney, I want to bring out the steel fur.
Okay, go roll and activate it. Spend what you need to spend on that. Phil and Ezra, you're at your first women.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead with their. And you said you're in Glabro form. What's your strength in Glabro form?
A mighty 4.
A mighty 4. That's plenty to pick up a woman. So.
I'll go to Kreenos just because then I can carry 2 of them.
Okay.
Damn it, this gift's never going to work, Barney.
You're rocking it, man.
At least it didn't hurt me this time.
At least you didn't botch. As soon as you pick the woman up out of the water, She immediately wakes up and starts to cry and just holds you close, Phil, around your neck, and just starts to sob, shaking, crying. When you pick up 2 in Krynos form, they scream and cry and try to get away from you because their willpower is too low to acknowledge you and Krynos.
Okay, I bet I'm stronger than them.
Yeah,
That's true.
Screaming, crying, and trying to get out of your arms.
Choke him out.
Throw him like a javelin.
He's a blood choke hold.
All right. All right, and they're afraid, and you get them out.
Fucking werewolf.
Yeah, they're stuck in a land of ghosts, and all of a sudden this giant freaking werewolf grabs them.
Isn't that a
Yeah,
game fantasy?
Yeah, go for it.
I want to do 2 things. I want to activate my staff.
Okay.
If I roll the Gnosis of the staff, which is 7, it adds for each success is +1 difficulty to be hit.
Okay.
And then I also want to do that, and I want to change to Krynos because I haven't actually changed yet.
All right. And you are going across the river, or are you helping? You must be going.
I'm getting ready. I haven't gone across the river yet, but I'm going to be. Once I've made my rolls and gone into Krynos, I was actually going to use the staff to try to pole vault over the river.
All right, go for it. Roll for that. Enoch, what are you doing?
It's actually a good question. Fuck. I'm actually gonna bound across the river.
Okay. What's your what form are you in?
Krynos.
Krynos. What's your stamina with Krynos?
Oh shit. 4 plus 3 is 7.
7. All right. You same thing. You feel the pull, but you don't take any damage. 4 successes. You jump over the river pretty easily.
Oh, that was my difficulty for the. I was rolling for the staff.
Oh, okay.
So that's my difficulty to be hit. It's a +4 for something to hit me.
Okay. Wow. All right.
I haven't rolled the thing over the staff. Can I use my Kylindo for the?
Yep. Roll Dex Kalando.
For the staff, so Dex is +1 for being in Krynos. 5 plus.
Ted, go ahead and roll your intimidation. Do your spirit intimidate spirits.
9, 10, 11. Okay.
Barney, do we have to do the math on the rolls? Like, it doesn't automatically do the math for Krynos?
You give yourself the plus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I've been rolling wrong for the first 3 games then. I got it now.
Okay.
Barney, I got 5 successes to pole vault over the river.
Yeah. You pole vault over at the same time as Enoch is going across. Enoch winces a bit. Phil and Ezra are taking women out on the river.
How many women are in there, Barney?
About 40 or so.
How many? What's the difficulty on the intimidation roll?
You're a get 5. Don't you have something? You
Yeah.
have a gift that will. Don't you have a? You have a merit, doesn't that helps you?
Yes, the butcher knife is -1 difficulty.
Okay, that's what I thought. You had something.
Oh, was on mute. Yeah, I'll just be focusing on getting people out of the river.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. Right up until I find till either I get them all out or I find something substantial to kill.
All right, so all of you. So what did you get? What did you get, Aaron? Oh, 6 successes.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Roll play it out. What do you do? You're standing next to Bowery Bob. This is the first time. Well, this is the first time you've actually gotten. Go ahead, Bowery Bob. Roll your willpower.
All right.
Same thing for Wu and Enoch. Both of you roll your willpower as well. Difficulty of a 7. Three, 0. All right. Three. All right. Go ahead, Ted. Role play it out. What do you do with the spirits?
I muckle on to one, and I guess tell him to say who put these women here.
All right. As he's doing that, because he got 6 successes on the intimidation roll. It puts you Enoch. You've known Ted for years now, but when he gets in his zone, it actually puts you a little on uneasy either, even though he's not directing it towards you. Because he's holding his fetish butcher knife in his hand as he's doing this to a spirit. Bob and Wu, you're fine, but you're still admiring the theatrics of a Get Offender's Thurge intimidating a spirit. The spirit itself seems to go pale, even though it's already dead, and it talks in a whisper, but in a loud whisper, and says, the tall man is all around. The tall man has us all. The tall man is watching you all.
What does the tall man plan to do? Yeah.
He's opening. He's opening up to bring us all home.
I turn back to Enoch and Bob. Any more questions?
When he turns back to me, I just piss. Sorry, man. You're scary.
Where is the tall man now?
You hear screaming off in the distance, and you see off in the woods behind you, you see that faceless girl.
Faceless girl.
Scroll down a bit.
She seems nice.
She's behind these dudes.
Yeah, further off in the woods.
Get her.
That's not a tall man.
Do you say get her?
Where would Ghostbusters?
That was your plan? Get
That was your plan. Guys, follow me. I've got a plan.
You immediately get this you get this sense of urgent foreboding that as soon as you see her off there, she feels completely different from the spirits that are surrounding you. The spirits surrounding you feel like dead people, like they're ghosts. This woman feels something darker than that. You don't get a feeling of it's not worm, Wu, because you got the sense worm. You just sense this dark power about her that immediately puts you at unease.
Can I do name the spirit?
Yes. Go ahead. Try it. What does that do?
Yeah, I'm gonna double check myself.
It names it. Gives him the name. Hence the name the spirit.
Can sense the type of approximate. Oh, rage. Okay, you're able to sense its rage, power, etc. That kind of stuff. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, like get a
Don't mind
sense of its power.
it.
Yeah. Yep. Spend a willpower point. Roll perception occult. Difficulty of an 8.
I'm sorry, perception occult. Okay.
What does Woo have? Woo, I think you got something I was thinking about. I was looking at your character sheet the other day.
Not that I could think would apply to this.
Go ahead and speak. Scent of sight.
Totem.
Is that what I was thinking? Mimic. Yeah, mimic was cool. Oh, inner light does something. That's what I was thinking of.
Inner light allows me to step sideways without a mirror.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. 3 successes. You, with 3 successes, the best equivalent you can think of for her is she has the same power levels of the mayor of Harrogate, the Cairn Totem.
Woo.
Yeah, but we could take him. Hey, look at us.
I actually say, what do we call the mayor? What's his name?
The mayor.
We just call him the mayor.
Yeah.
I just say, she's on par with the mayor.
And I say,
Barney?
I always wanted to know if I could take him.
So, Barry Bob, you've been to Harrogate a couple times over the past year when there's been moots. You've met the mayor is the Cairn Totem of Harrogate, and Harrogate's a level 5 Cairn. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I howl at them, Barney, and like a howl of challenge.
Roll your you're howling to who?
The faceless girl.
Do you really? No. Roll your intelligence before you do this.
So I'd re-roll.
Uh-oh.
It's a Galliard, man. He's always going to make some noise as a Galliard.
come on, man. He's playing his
Playing
character.
is awesome. This is what happens when there's no Philodox in the game.
One success, Barney.
It's not enough, Josh.
You're about to think about doing something. You see almost staticky things happen next to her, and you see this thing appear next to her.
The tall man. Let's get him.
Aw, it's like daddy and daughter. It's kind of cute.
Yeah, a creepy daddy and daughter from hell.
You Photoshop these all by yourself, Joshy?
What do you think?
Those are really long legs. I'm just saying that. Kind
You
of stumpy body.
Ezra and Phil, you're getting the last of the women out of the river. And immediately, everybody roll your perception alertness. No, I'll change it. Let me change it. Everybody roll your stamina gnosis. How about that one? That's the first.
Weird.
Stamina gnosis?
Yeah.
That's a little crazy because it's huge for me right now.
Yeah,
And then-
If I'll put it this way, if your stamina gnosis is higher than a 7, don't bother rolling. Just say it's higher than a 7.
It's higher than a 7.
Higher than a 7.
It's way
It's a
higher.
lot higher than a 7.
It's right at 7.
Just my stamina.
There's always got to be
It's a
some
6.
fool in the crowd.
Okay.
And in Krenos, that's a 14 die roll.
So you guys are 59.
Oh.
No, that's not right.
That is a good roll, though.
You immediately, all of you, as soon as you see the that tall figure seem to shift into to view, almost appear from a different layer of the Shadowlands. You're all immediately forced out of the Shadowlands and you're back into the real world.
Ouch.
Almost and you guys get that impression of that, you know, when you like say something that was stupid or say something you regret, that feeling of like embarrassment almost, but you get the feeling that you were trespassing.
What about the women? Did they come with us?
You see all the women are on the shore with cawls over their faces, and they seem to be all asleep on the shore.
Damn.
But every single one of them you were able to check. You have every single one of them is accounted for.
I guess that's progress.
Yeah. That's definitely moving forward. That's a forward direction.
So Barney, I was thinking, what about intelligence or perception enigmas to see if I can figure out a way to take the cowl off? Like look at it like a puzzle.
Stargazer. Go ahead, roll your perception enigmas.
Can I use a willpower?
Go for it.
All right.
You guys are really playing your tribes and auspices tonight.
All right, so that's 6.
Mike, go ahead, roll 2, because you're a Ragabash. You like doing this kind of stuff too.
What's difficulty you said, Barney?
Difficulty of a 6.
All right.
All right, yeah, I mean, I feared with the spirit portion, I would have no idea.
4 successes rolled plus my willpower is 5 successes, Barney.
Come on. Oh, Phil.
Wow.
Perception enigmas?
So you guys know enough about what you saw that and just through, I mean, you guys are putting 2 and 2 together. Just conversations you've already had and seen with Ted and Enoch, that you would need equal amount of Penumbra energy to match that Shadowland piece about it, that call. So basically spending a Gnosis point, to put it in gaming terms, concentrating and spending a Gnosis point could probably have that thing pop off and not do any overt harm to the women.
I tell everybody my brilliant idea.
Cool. Can anybody spend a Gnosis and do it? I got a couple left.
Yeah.
Well, there's like 40 women. We're gonna need a lot of Gnosis.
Yeah, but
We're gonna need the whole town helping out.
There's enough children of Guy around. There's some kinfolk carry Gnosis as well. Valerie Bob, what are you thinking?
I got Gnosis I don't usually use. So yeah, I'm in.
Ted?
yeah, that should work.
I'm still like coming down off of a high because I thought we were gonna throw down with the faceless people. So
Oh, we will.
I'm still looking around like we're.
You got his blood up, man. He was ready to hit something.
Yeah, so did I. You're all like, Thompson, this is going to be your episode. Are you ready to shine? What did I fucking do? Just hang out and talk the whole time.
Hell, this is your characters. This is your hometown, man.
The character wants to fucking hit something, Barney.
Hit Bob. He wants to hit something too.
You guys want to take out your aggression on
Man, we
each
can
other.
get glory somehow. Come on, hit me. Otherwise,
I hit him.
I'll never go up rank.
It is an Arrow-y thing to do. Like, you guys understand. Like, you want to go outside and just fucking pound on each other? Yeah, I do.
I'm not really an Arun. Barney makes me be just a Children of Gaia.
Children of Gaia, Arun.
Yeah, you're a protector. All right, so you guys spend the rest of the afternoon, well, helping out, nursing the women back up, and yeah, that's all I had for tonight. That was the end of the episode. So
You saved the ladies.
you saved the ladies. There's honor in that, and wisdom.
And wisdom. Lots
All right.
of wisdom.
Lots and lots of wisdom.
I feel we were very wise tonight. We made a number of very good decisions. Things that people will talk about.
All right, tell me what you guys did, and I can convince if there's anything that you think that you got. There's enough things in there that could be interpreted.
I think there's a fair amount of honor and glory for us having not only gone into the Umbra, but gone into the Spirit Lands for the first time.
Fair amount of glory for saving all the women, I'd say.
I would
Honor
agree
as
with that.
well. I think there's more honor in saving women than glory.
Let me check. There might be.
Yeah, I'm thinking, we kind of went in and we, quote unquote, solved this big spirit mystery.
Ooh, yeah. There should be definite renown in solving the mystery behind the missing ladies and how to save them. We really brought that around full circle. Not only did we find them, but we brought them back to life. That's huge.
It's not even our town. It's not even our town.
I know.
That's just like double all the way down.
We did this all in the hippie commune.
Yeah. On top of that, we were hindered by being around Children of Gaia through the whole thing. So it was like twice as hard.
Got your twice as hard right here.
Let's see here. Protection and defense. Protecting helpless humans. All right. Everybody give yourself, for protecting helpless humans, basically it's saving the women. I'll give all of you 4 honor for that.
Hey, Barney, any wisdom for cracking the puzzle of how to take off the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you and Phil both got 4 and 5 successes respectively. So both of you give yourself 2 wisdom for that.
Ooh, 2 wisdom away from another permanent point.
I was able to gain wisdom through intimidating the Spirited to tell us how the women got there.
And for an Arun, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess we also found out that the river has a totem of some sort that either the tall man is serving or he's got backup, possibly.
All right, give yourself.
But that's only because they spoke it out loud. I'm just speaking in general.
All right. Yeah. So, Enoch, because you did the name the spirit to share that information, give yourself 1 wisdom, and Ted, give yourself 1 wisdom for getting the information from the spirits, and Ezra and Phil, both of you give yourself Both of you give yourself 2 glory for actually doing the physical work of getting the women out.
Can I trade those 2 glory for 1 more temporary honor?
Nope.
Ooh, 3 glory for traveling to any of the Umbral realms and surviving.
You didn't go to an Umbral realm.
Oh, come
Those
on.
are those.
man.
Those are those realms that are like Arcadia's Gateway and the Flux
Oh.
realm and all that kind of stuff. Those are like those Hobbit journey places.
So it just needs like a fancy name.
Yeah, so if participating in a just challenge, yeah, if you guys ever want to fight each other, Bob and Ezra, because you could get 1 glory and 2 honor.
That depends on if there's going to be any fighting in this campaign. Come on, Barney.
Doesn't appear as if there's going to be.
There was fighting a lot. You guys fighting a spider last episode.
No.
Yeah, but we didn't get anything for it. It stopped. I mean, he ran away.
Dude,
Does that mean
you
anything?
almost killed the children in your prologue. That was a good fight.
The only thing Sags almost killed was a kid. Oh, don't worry. There's gonna be plenty of fighting coming up. You guys, this is
I'll
a
tell-
work game
I'll
after
tell-
all.
I'll tell Bob in Cantonese. I'll tell him, "You want to fight? I'll be a huckleberry."
Really?
Roll it. Roll it.
Wait, what did that Sag? You did something. You did something that was fighty-ish, didn't you?
What, in this adventure?
I thought you did something this episode, didn't you?
I mean, I watched to make sure they weren't attacked when the women were being charged, and as soon as I was told that the threat was across the water, I charged across the water.
All right.
But I mean, none of these things ever come to sort of like fruition.
He's always ready to fight.
I blame Pennsylvania.
Like
That's
you
fair.
can't end the fight like a spider.
Yeah.
Is there something if they run from you? Because she did.
She did run from you, huh? Yeah. Give yourself 1 point of glory. How about that?
Yay.
Don't forget, you also need honor as a Aaron too. So, what are you at? You were at, yeah, you still need 2 points of honor.
Still need? What do you mean?
Well, because to be rank 3, you need just as many honor points as you do glory points to get to rank 3. You need 2 more glory and 2 more honor. So you need to farm honor as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need 1 more temporary point of honor. That's what I need. Just 1.
Referee me and Woo's fight. That's an honor.
Yeah, make sure we don't have to kill each other.
We could play a game.
Is that what you told the kids?
No, I have gameplay as a skill in case anybody wants to punk out on a fight. I'm not a complete buffoon if they go, let's play some sort of riddle thing. But I guess that's ridiculous.
I'll go head to head with you on Enigmas.
No, you'll kill me in English. Let's play chess.
An Aaron lawyer. I love it. All right. That is all that's all we had. Next week is going to be more. It'll be kind of fighty stuff. So
Sure it will.
You doing a normal 7 XP for the game?
All right, 3 XP for everybody.
I thought it was 7.
Yeah, but I get an extra one for pointing out you hadn't awarded XP, right?
I've got 27 experience points right now.
Spend them
Yeah,
on
I
Gnosis so you
just
can
spent this
outdo
shit
Dale.
Hey Barney, can I have Enoch teach me my first dot in occult?
If he wants to.
Do I get wisdom for that?
Yeah, you do.
No. So
That's
keeping
3 points,
so
right?
Ted and Enoch, you guys should start working on your rights to step into the Shadowlands.
Dude, I said that 2 gaming sessions ago. I was trying to learn that.
All right, you guys are learning that. All right, so epilogue on your way back into town, you see this man. In Gold Springs, talking to people.
Isn't he the old Cairn leader?
No, that's Surkoff. He's the master of the right. He's a Silver Fang. He's a Silver Fang Thurge that had the brain damage.
Yeah, that's that
Battle Scar. Yeah.
We had a different one for Surkoff, I thought.
No, that's Surkoff. Yeah.
Do the women all walk back with us?
Yeah, the women are coming back. You see him holding up a photograph to people, asking questions. And he ceased to light up when he sees all of you guys coming back. Oh, is that your daughter? Tell her to go to bed.
Come here, say hi to Uncle Bernie. Say hi, Uncle Bernie.
Hi. You say hi to Uncle Sag and Uncle Mike and Uncle Dale and Uncle Brian too.
Hi.
Hello.
Wait to the camera.
I'm not allowed to be an uncle to Aaron's kids until I buy a house on Powder Spring, which is not as far away as you might think.
You see he's happy to see you all, and he produces this photograph. He said he had a vision. He goes, I had vision of old Harrogate members. If you guys recall, the Harrogate used to be a Silver Fang cairn before they took it over from the Wendigo. They disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I'm on quest to find them again.
You are? Or you want us to be?
No, I am on quest again.
All right, good luck.
Vision and dream. So
Where are you questing? To the Umbra?
I'm going now first asking questions to everyone here. So
Sweet, I want to go.
Oh, well, one of those guys turned into a giant faceless black man, and he's taking over broke the campaign already, Josh.
And that was the epilogue of. Oh, you think you figured me out, don't you?
You're gonna be up all night trying to change the ending of this campaign now.
Borat in the back row there.
What's that?
Is that Borat back there?
I know exactly who Snoke is. I know. All right. Good. Sorry, guys. See you next Sunday. Have fun.
Yeah,
All right,
fun,
wait,
you
wait.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. And